The guitar is a pattern-based instrument, so it's easy to understand without learning any theory. Let's take a look to one of the most common scales used in music, the major scale. The concept is simple. The G major scale is being played each time starting on different notes of the scale. Each time we play the scale from different notes, we get the different positions. For now, we don't change positions from one to another, we will just investigate each position separately. First, the scale starts on G at the 3rd fret, using the first note of the scale as a starting point. We often call this first note of the scale as a root note or the root of the scale. Then, the same scale is being played from the next note of the G major scale, which is A. This gives us the second position. The third position starts from the third note of the scale, which is B, at the 7th fret. Let's go further, using the fourth position that starts from the D note at the 10th fret. And finally, we arrive to the last, 5th position. This uses the E note as its starting point at the 12th fret. Now that we discovered all the positions, let's put them together. As you can see, there are overlaps between them, but that's good news. It means that you have more possibilities to use at those points. How can these positions be used to construct scales that cover the whole neck? It's not difficult at all. Just use this diagram and first put the notes of the major scale next to each other. Shift between the positions as you go along. When you arrive at the last note, in this case F sharp, start the sequence again. There are tons of variations. What about the pentatonic scale? Penta means 5, thus the pentatonic scale contains 5 notes. The major scale uses 7. That means that if you skip 2 notes from the major scale, you get a pentatonic scale. Let me show you what it means if we take the G major scale again. Since we use the same scale and leave out 2 notes, this new scale, which is the pentatonic scale, covers the same place on the fretboard as the parent scale that we have modified. In other words, if you learn the major scale positions, you have learned the pentatonic positions as well. It's a quick win! What happens if you choose a scale that takes place higher on the neck and you don't have enough room to use all the positions? Well, here is the magic. The sequence of positions repeat in a cycle. It may sound a bit complicated, but it's not. Let's check how it works. Let's use the C major scale. The first position can be found at the 8th fret. The second one lies at the 10th fret and the third is at the 12th. The fourth position is at the 15th fret. The fifth position is already quite high on the neck at the 17th fret. Let's say you are on an acoustic guitar and can go higher. In this case, we can put the last position before the first one. Just look for the same note, but an octave lower and play the same shape. It's at the 5th fret. Let's go a bit further and put the 4th position before the 5th one instead of starting it at the 15th fret. The new position is at the 3rd fret. That means that you can use the positions backwards on the neck. And this way, you can really use the entire fretboard of your instrument. And this is the way to make yourself free on the guitar, instead of using limited boxes or shapes. Do you want to explore your instrument and get rid of the frustrating elements that stop you being a great player? Are you frustrated with the zillions of random YouTube videos that takes you nowhere but causes disappointment? Well, in this case, check out my new Fretboard Masterclass course and discover the easiest and most visual system and get total fretboard fluency within 8 weeks. It's easy and uses almost no theory. So click on the link in the description now and get a 55% coupon. See you inside.